What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Monday, April 21st, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. It is a great time to do so because we have a lot of action lined up for the week ahead. For me, on Monday, I've got my MLB pickoff play for 15 bucks. I'm going to have an NHL play on the board as well. Also might have a 3-pack on the board as well, combining all the plays I'll have on the premium side. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. But we're here to talk about the 4-game NHL playoff card on Monday. We've got a couple of series kicking off. We've got a couple of series that's already into game 2. So let's not wait any longer. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game comes to us from the Capital One Arena, where the Washington Capitals take on the Montreal Canadiens in game 1 of their series. And I know that, Montreal was the hotter of the two teams down the stretch, but part of me thinks that was just based out of necessity for Montreal to try to lock up a playoff spot. And I will still give them credit. They did play extremely well down the stretch. But the thing is, I think the Washington Capitals are a better team than what they showed. I think they were just a little bit complacent after winning the division. They were just coasting to the finish line. There were a couple games down the stretch where they didn't even start Logan Thompson or Charlie Lindgren, their top 2 goaltenders. And I think that getting now into the postseason, that level of experience that the Capitals have from being in there time and time again is going to pay dividends for them here. This is still a fairly young Montreal Canadiens team that has a lot of young pieces on it that are making their playoff debuts here. And we saw it with the Ottawa Senators on Sunday against the Toronto Maple Leafs. When you don't have that playoff experience, that initial game can just be a little bit of a shock to the system, a bit of a jolt. And, it may just take them some time to get going here. I think the Montreal Canadiens are playing some great hockey, but Washington, for me, is just a more complete team. I keep saying it. The tandem of Logan Thompson and Charlie Lindgren is one of the more underappreciated goalie tandems in the NHL this season. I think the Washington Capitals start the series on the right foot. I'm going to take the Capitals to win this one in regulation. I'll put something on the puck line as well. Next, we head to the Canada Life Center for game 2 of the Jets versus Blues series. And, the Jets rallied to win game 1 5-3. They looked pretty good in doing so, and I think that I have to roll with them again here. The St. Louis Blues just have not been performing well on the road down the stretch, and in game 1 of the series, they lost their final 3 games on the road to close out the season to Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Seattle on the road. They lost game 1 against Winnipeg, and goal scoring just at times look like it's going to be an issue for this Blues team. The Jets can match whatever the Blues bring to the table defensively, but the Jets, for me, just feel like they have a lot more firepower. Connor Hellebuyck has been lights out at home this season. I got to roll with the Jets to win this one in regulation and put someone on the puck line to take a 2-0 series lead. Now we head to the American Airlines Center for game 2 between the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. And it took a while for both these teams to really get in the flow of things, especially the Dallas Stars. But Colorado, once they got rolling in game 1, they were just rolling downhill and they were taking out the Dallas Stars at the knee. And I think that they have, a significant edge right now. The Dallas Stars just looked overmatched in that series opener. Like, the injuries to guys like Jason Robertson are going to loom large here. The Colorado Avalanche just have a bunch of closers, especially Nathan MacKinnon, who shine and rise when the lights are the brightest. And that's not to say that the Dallas Stars won't. The Dallas Stars still have a lot of balance, but right now it just feels like the Avalanche are just right now the more complete team. Health is a big deal and a big reason for that. And the Avalanche were a great team on the road this season. The Dallas Stars were still a fantastic home team, but right now it just feels like the Avalanche have it and the Stars are just looking for a place to lie down now with 8 straight losses. So at a certain point, they've got to get their act together. The problem is, when you're in a playoff series and you have to, when you're in mired in a losing streak like this, it's hard enough to get your feet underneath you and snap it. But with everything on the line in a playoff series where the other team obviously needs the wins just as bad as you do, it makes it tough. I got to take the Avalanche on the money line to take the 2-0 series lead here. And our final game on Monday's card comes to us from the Crypto.com arena for game one between the Los Angeles Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. And, this was a tricky matchup because, do you go with the Edmonton Oilers, who have two of the best players in the world on their roster, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, or do you take the Los Angeles Kings, who have been really, really strong and arguably one of, if not the strongest home team in the NHL this season? And for me, I got to think that home ice matters in this scenario. It kind of goes back to, well, you never want to fade, the team that has one of the best players in the league on it in a high stakes situation. You don't fade LeBron James, and in the playoffs you never faded Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl or whatever. But for me, I still have my concerns that this Oilers team is just really top heavy. I don't love this goaltending. I know it was the same goaltending that made a deep run into the postseason to the Stanley Cup Finals last season to within one game of winning the Stanley Cup last year. But the Los Angeles Kings just proved so much at home this season. And the Edmonton Oilers, yeah, they won some games down the stretch and, did really well. But, I like this Kings team at home. I said that all along that it was very important that they won the games that they did because of how strong their home ice advantage has been this season. And I think it proves to be a big deal here. I think it looms large. So I'm going to roll with the Kings on the money line to draw first blood in this series and to round out the card. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Monday, April 21st, 2025. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Remember to use the code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.